Hello and welcome. My name is Meepless, they, she, he, and this is Literally Graphic. And today I wanted to highlight Carpe, a Haida Manga by Michael Nicoll Yahgulanaas, published by Douglas and McKintrey in 2019. Content notes for hunting and a bit of nudity. And while I have previously reviewed Yahgulanaas' work, I've since privated it all now, so let's do an author biography. Flipping to the back of the book, quote, Michael Nicoll Yahgulanaas is the creator of Haida Manga, a distinctive fusion of pop culture, indigenous iconography, and Asian graphics. His playful practice has exhibited at major institutions and is in the permanent collection of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the British Museum, Vancouver Art Gallery, the Museum of Anthropology, and the Seattle Art Museum. As the first ever artist in residence at the American Museum of Natural History, he reached out to diverse ethnicities, welcoming everyone to more actively enter the in-between spaces that are never as empty as they might first appear. End quote. Keywords that came to mind reading this book were vivid, sea life, community, out of time, and story. The description on Goodreads is, quote, in a prequel to the award-winning Red, a Haida Manga, acclaimed artist Michael Nicoll Yahgulanaas blends Asian manhwa/manga with the Haida artistic and oral tradition in another stunning hand-painted volume. In a small near-future community perched between the ocean and the northern temperate rainforest, a series of disasters is taking a heavy toll. It is early fall, and the fuel spill has contaminated the marine food the village was preparing to harvest. As food supplies dwindle, a small group decides to make a late-season expedition to search for sea lions. Surprised by a ferocious storm, they abandon one man, Carpe, on an isolated rock at sea. After 10 days, they are finally able to return, but he has vanished. The story follows Carpe's encounter with the Lord of the Rock, who demands retribution for Carpe's role in the hunt, and Carpe's fate in the half-life between human and animal, life and death. End quote. A book with a very unique story and style. I could see this book being a bit intimidating. The page layouts are very intricate and unconventional, to say the least. But it's not complicated just for the sake of being complicated, and there's an internal logic that one can pick up on. The story goes in some interesting directions. Representation-wise, I would say neither sexuality or disability were really discussed at all. Similarly, but not exactly the same, gender felt a bit one note. That said, everyone looks pretty different from each other in a way that points towards some racial diversity. Class probably played the biggest role in the plot because the characters' actions are provoked by a lack of access to food. 5 out of 5 stars for sure, and definitely look forward to me revisiting Red, War of the Blink, and whatever else I can get my hands on. Bye all, keep reading, and organized to end capitalist oppression. And as always, Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, non-Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.